You're right, everyone. Good morning, all that stuff. Yeah, so final reflections on the big fight last night, and I've got to say, mate, that fight was a humdinger. It was a slobber knocker, a good old fashioned barnstormer. I mean, Shadow can hold his head up high this morning. He did himself proud. He did us lot proud because the whole of the YouTube community was behind him. You know, except for one or two, of course. You know, like what's his name? Eye Opener. Jesus Christ, come on me channel, being really insulting, calling me fat, you know, scruffy. Coming from that scruffy little milt who looks like, I don't know, he cleans his face with sandpaper and he's got this ginormous bump on his head. He's a scrawny little motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Where do we find these rats? And we saw what happened when he had his fight, don't we? All remember Eye Opener's debut fight. Never fought since after getting humiliated. But big up to Shadow, mate. That was a performance of a lifetime. Remember, the guy hadn't trained, been necking guineas, takeaways, fry-ups, vaping, other substances, you know what I mean? And he just gave it his all, but he broke his hand. He broke his hand earlier in that fight. I mean, he hit that guy so hard. I mean, Nathan Smith, he went down about fucking 5 or 6 times, according to my counting. That should have been a TKO there and then. Do you know what I mean? I think the ref was slightly biased. I think we had a biased ref, to be honest. That fight should have been stopped. I mean, that Nathan Smith was out on his fucking feet, mate. Do you see Shadow just going through the motions, throwing them big haymakers? Do you know what I mean? Imagine being on the other end of that. You know your jaw's gonna crack, mate. The guy has power. Mong power. Power fucking hell. One of the most powerful men I've seen in this era of the fight game. And you know what? He's going to go far. And that belt should be awarded to Shadow. Sorry, mate. The guy broke his hand and still braved it out for another fucking round. You know what I mean? You know? And it nearly kicked off. It all nearly kicked off. I see Mickey jumped in. Mickey was ready for some action. You know, there's some of them Nathan Smith's little goons. They tried to step in. You see Mickey just jumping, ready for fucking, you know, spark out a couple of them. You know what I mean? Imagine up in there, mate. Bit of fucking riot. There would have been chairs, tables being flipped. Do you know what I mean? Dennis says Sean Gregg put it on Shadow. No, I love Sean Gregg. Jim King. But Sean, come on. Stop being delusional. We see you get battered by Ash String, you know, and we've seen you in your 48-month training camp, you know what I mean? You know, I love Sean, but he can't fight, let's be honest, and, you know, he's a little bit on the simple side. But, yeah, what can I say? Taking nothing away from Shadow, he gave a hell of a performance, mate. Anyone coming on here saying otherwise is either delusional, jealous, or both. Do you know what I mean? That was, mate, that's how you do it. You just go in there and you just swing hands. You know what I mean? You throw hands. You destroy the opposition. When I used to fight street fights, bare knuckle, MMA, you know, back a long time ago when I was in my prime year, I was at 97 fights in 97. Never come close to it. I used to fucking steam in. I used to go fucking ballistic. But I'd go in like a fucking madman. You see, Shadow went in. He steamed in, but he was a bit, you know, reluctant to finish the job. And, he was falling forward a bit too much. He should have just, like, you know, went in there like, bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean? You just go fucking nuts. You're steaming. You see the red mist. You're fucking not 10 men booming. Oh, mate, when I used to fight, I used to go fucking bananas. Nothing would stop me. You fucking an Uzi submachine gun wouldn't stop me. And did I have a chin? That is made of rock. You would need a sledgehammer to break that. No exaggeration, mate. I went fucking nuts. I had the eyes of the devil. I had the devil in me. Hell was coming with me. But I'm sadly retired now, getting on a bit. I'm 40 next year, so Do you know what I mean? I was in my prime, like, I'm talking about like early 20s. Like, I peaked early, do you know what I mean? And I was built, I had everything, the body, do you know what I mean? Look at this though, look at that. Come on, mate. Tell me now who's the best looking guy on YouTube. Look at that, mate. Who gets the chicks? Who's still pulling? Well, you saw Video Craig sat there with his bit on the side last night. You know, well, that's if he's his bit on the side because he still thinks he's licking the other side of the stamp. But gurning he was. Gurning, jaw spinning. Rocking like a fucking grandfather clock. Toilet break. You know, he was off his fucking shot. Craig, stop with the denials. You are on fucking God knows what, mate. Amphetamines. Coke. The brown. Who knows? The lot. The alcohol. Jesus Christ. Be honest with your addictions. Do you know what I mean? Stop with your little you got, I've got a little badge to prove I'm 21 months sober. And Jake the Snake, he praised me for my sobriety. And he signed my little Funko Pop, my little plastic wrestling figure. Jesus Christ, where do we find these nanas? Do you know what I mean? Absolute goofs. Goofs. And Rach, what does she actually bring to the conversation? Huh? I've seen more personality in a slug. Jesus Christ. Hey, Rach. What a long face. All right, yeah. So, but yeah, getting back to Shadow. Mesmerising. You know, that was hey, come on, mate. Don't take it away from him, you know what I mean? And remember, anyone that's bad-mouthing him now, he hasn't, from what I know, he hasn't flown back to Ireland, so be careful, mate, because he's going to be in a foul mood today. Do you know what I mean? And, I mean, that was no training. Do you know what I mean? Living, you know, the thug life he was, just drinking, you know, smoking, you know, fry-ups, do you get me? You know, KFC, kebabs, you know, and Chinese, and, you know, and he was, you know, and he came out there, mate, and he's still done the bits. To me, he won that. They should give him the belt. That guy was down about fucking 7 times. Do you get me? And little Paul Dumbo Venice, that little shorty pants, he wouldn't have lasted fucking 15 seconds with someone as powerful as Shadow. Don't forget, Paul's muscles are all, like, they're synthetic. Do you know what I mean? They're not real, they're fake. That is done, that's through drugs, ladies and gentlemen. When he stops taking them steroids, he's going to deflate. He's going to look like fucking an empty tracksuit. Hey, where is Bobby, by the way? I've missed him. Has anyone heard from Bobby Kyle? Fucking hope he's okay. We miss you, Bob. Yeah, real talk, mate. Real talk. That was a performance of a lot. You know what I mean? That man, look, fighting for it, broke his hand near enough at the start of the fight. Just fucking soldiered on, mate. You could see he was gassed. You could see he was tired, but do you know what I mean? That's the heart of the line, mate. Fucking say what you want. That man can fucking go. Do you know what I mean? Shadow Boxer turns up. Danny Christie turns up. Big Mick Terrell turns up. The ticking time bomb turns up. Apart from that, the rest of them, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, oh, so you want to fight, do you? All right, oh, just give me 16 weeks to get fit. That's what I mean, look. That is what you call the heart of a lion, when you just turn up. You're not in your best shape, you know what I mean? You've got injuries, you know what I mean? And you've travelled fucking halfway around the country, you know, to fight. To fight. That's what people like us do. We fight. Other people like Paul Venice, they talk. One fucking fight in 9 years. Brett May, conveniently locked up. He'd be out today. He'd be out on bail today. He'd be filming his steering wheel or his feet. You know what I mean? But real fighting men turn up. We always turn up. But big up to Shadow. He's earned my respect. Look, I know a lot of people saying, oh, but he done this. You can't do it. Look, he made us all proud. Not just me. You, and you. That was the warrior spirit, mate. That was the warrior spirit, mate. Fucking hell. You know what? if he gets serious about his training, do you know what I mean? If stops all the takeaways, stops messing around, do you know what I mean? Gets serious, gets like proper 3 months training. We could be seeing a new fucking Mike Tyson in this country. Oh, in Ireland, you know what I mean? But, you know, the UK and Ireland, you know? In this neck of the woods, on this, you know. That guy's special. That guy's very, very special. Do you know what I mean? I expect big things from him. I expect him to take over the bare knuckles scene. Would he beat Danny Christie? He would flat pack him. Flat pack him, even without training. Nathan Smith, you got lucky. I don't know how they awarded you the fight. I mean, it's just stinks of fucking controversy. You was out for the count. You got fucking put on your ass 9 times. Sorry, mate. You did not win nothing. Man fought with a broke his hand and damaged the other one. Fucking big respect.